Hi everyone. Today we'll talk about yarn and we'll see what needles to use for the appropriate yarn. Okay, so these are the crochet. When you go to any store and you ask for crochet thread or you ask for yarn, they give you only these. Okay, these are these were locally bought near my home. You can see the thickness is not uniform throughout, and I usually use these now for only testing amigurumi projects, okay, and testing out patterns. And I used initially these kind of needles. I did not know the size or anything, but I used generally generic needles for this. These are the ones I generally buy for making orders. Now this yarn is hobby store. I bought it from Magic Needles. This is in the shade golden brown and it is 100 gram and the yardage is 350 meters. How you should check your yarn before buying? This information will be given on the website itself. So you can just check it and you can scan the QR code here, uh, so that it will take you to the end the website itself. The color is 1835. Okay, so I also note down the die lot number because when my project calls for 7 or 8 bundles of yarn, I only have got 5 bundles. I need to make another purchase. The batch number will vary because they will be dyeing the bundles. They'll be dyeing yarn in batches. And then after dyeing, they'll sell the yarn by making skeins or bundles or balls or cakes. Depends on the end product. You can find OEKO Tech certification in normally every yarn you buy nowadays because this certification it helps you to identify that this particular bundle of yarn does not contain any harmful chemicals and that it is tested for toxic chemicals. Here I've given only superficial information on what it is supposed to mean, but please Google for extra information. And then so we're given instructions here on how to wash anything that is made with this yarn. Machine wash it and will not tumble dry and all that. And now here this is a medium weight yarn that is DK special yarn. DK special yarn has this distinct characteristic of it has a kind of fuzziness to it, and this is 100% premium acrylic. And you find info on what needles to be used for this yarn with both knitting and crochet. These two boxes can be found, these three boxes can be found. In the weight of the yarn will be written in the first box, and in this other two boxes, you will be given information on what knitting and crochet needles to be used. The black color shaded sides of the boxes contain gauge swatches. You can find the required information there. Now, passing over to Ganga Cotton Delight. Again, this you can find online. I'll be mentioning the websites that I purchase yarn from in the description box below. Please find. Here also you can see this is a knitting yarn. The shade number also is given, and you can see the three boxes, and you can also OEKO certification along with the QR code. This is also a size 3 yarn. Actually, this is medium light yarn, and you can see the two boxes, knitting and crochet boxes. The gauge swatches written there. Now, when you compare the other yarn, no, hobby store yarn, and this yarn, both are of medium lightweight only. But you can see the difference between the cotton and the acrylic, 100% acrylic yarn. You can see the thickness. Both are of the same weight, but different yardage, but different composition. You see, that is acrylic and this is cotton yarn. But the yardage is different because this is also 100 gram, this is also 100 gram. The weight differs, so the yardage also differs. You can see that the 100 gram is only 169 meters here, whereas that was 200 something meters, right? So this is again Ganga Olivia. This is a DK yarn, double knit yarn, and the composition is 100% acrylic, as you can see, and it is a 3 weight yarn. You can see the gauge swatches for knitting and crochet and what needle to be used is written in the boxes itself. 4 mm and 4.5 mm crochet hook. The blend is 100% acrylic. There is no blend, it's purely acrylic yarn. And the yardage you can see 266 meters for 100 gram. Depending on the thickness and weight of the yarn, the yardage will vary. Okay. Now, uh, I mean, for different projects, different yarn you have to use. Okay, you can make use of different yarn. And when you buy a certain type of yarn, you have to make sure you note all these things. Only then you will know how your project turns out to be and how much yarn you will be needing. Now, this will not come all of a sudden. When you make use of different projects. See, this yarn is 383 yarns, whereas this yarn is only 200 and 266 meters. Yes. So it comes only when you work with a lot of yarns. Now this yarn I have here is again Bon Panda Baby yarn. This is from the company NACO, and you can see that it has a very soft touch to it. The composition is very light, and you can make projects like baby blankets, baby garments. Also, you can make this for amigurumi. Okay, you can look at the composition here. It is a 100 gram, but you can see the yardage is only 120 meters and it is a 100% polyester yarn. Okay, and you can see the knitting needles can be used as 6.5 mm and the crochet hook that will be used here is 4.5 mm. But normally I use 5 mm for this, even for toys. You can compare the thickness of the yarn. It's 100% acrylic Ganga Olivia yarn with the chunky yarn. This is not blanket yarn, this is chenille yarn. Blanket yarn is quite different. Uh, in my next video, I'll be sharing with you other different kinds of yarns I've worked with and what works best for me and the different kinds of needles and the usage it has with respect to different yarns. Until then, bye.